Damn man, Copwatch, what's going on? I am Trailhand Blizzard. I think this guy gave me like a piece of fish I wouldn't want. But whatever, bro. I am Trailhand Bill, reporting live from South Florida, guys. I had a beautiful day. I can't lie to you. I stayed in the house most of the day. I left, went to the gym, and I don't like this at all. Went to the gym and then I went and got me a bite to eat from Publix Deli. That's not what I came here for, but they did have something that I enjoyed, so I got me a bite to eat from Publix Deli. A little codfish and some potato wedges. And now I'm about to head home, and it's 6:40, so I'm gonna be here for about 30 minutes, which is too long, because I want to go ahead and get in bed and get this video out that I have for you guys. And I always say that, then I go live and I don't get the video out. But the video that I just recorded and I plan to release tonight is about a Johnny off duty. He went to a kid's basketball game and cut a fit, assaulted some people, and of course he didn't get arrested. And he's at home on paid vacation right now. And that's out there in San Antonio, Texas. So I got about 30 minutes. My mom, I was on the phone with my mom yesterday, Friday, I can't remember. And she informed me that the U.S. had joined forces with someone to attack someone else. And Kat, hello young lady, how you doing? I am apologetic that the last time I was live, I told you that video, I told the audience that video would be out in 30 minutes. I went home and YouTube did what it does, and so that's why that video didn't come out to the next day. Some things are out of my control. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think, because I'm going to be the first to say I don't know a lot about what's going on with the government, with whoever the U.S. joined forces with to attack. I don't know. You know what I mean? Again, I was talking to my mom, and we were having a conversation totally devoid of this conversation. It had nothing to do with war or, global events. Nothing. We were talking. And then she said, well, did you know or have you heard about the U.S. and this is where you guys can correct me. U.S. and Israel, I think she said, attacking maybe Iran. And I said, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't heard about it. And by that time, it was a full-fledged thing. And so let me pause right here and be very humane. Praise God for reminding me. No matter where you stand in your opinion on that, I don't know this to be certain, so I'm going to be careful how I say this. If there are human beings who lost their lives in this, I guess it's still ongoing. That's why I want to know how you guys feel about it. And in that, I'm pretty sure you're going to educate me and inform me, bring me up to date. But if there are human beings that lost their lives in this encounter that's going on with whoever's attacking whoever right now, then my heart and my prayers go out to them and their loved ones, man. Because life is life. And I'm not of the sort that I devalue any human life. I don't do that. That ain't my place. I would never want to. I would never want to co-sign or actually probably closely affiliate with anyone who does. So I'll jump out there and share my thoughts, but it's gonna be from a very short-sighted place, because again, my mom told me about it, then my homegirl, she brought it up, but I don't indulge in those type of things, so I didn't jump online to see or update myself and see what's going on. So I don't know, but I think the more I talk, those of you who do engage, you can share your opinions, but also update me with the information, the current information you have. But right now, Michael says, maybe you don't know what's going on, it's better to say nothing. Michael, fuck you. How about that? That's the type of mood Trailhand is in tonight. You can take my fuck you and get in your feelings, or you can take it as a grown-ass man just expressing his opinion, just like you just expressed yours. I think people like you, whether you meant that with that comment you just made, or whether you're just blind to this, I think y'all try to encapsulate how other people think and approach things. I clearly said I'm going to talk about it from the vantage point of what I know. I didn't say I was going to go outside the bounds of that. And if you think people don't have and don't form and can't share opinions with the information that they have, then you and I just think totally different about life. And that's why I said fuck you, because I'm quite tired of people trying to control how other people express themselves and express their ideas. Notice I never said you shouldn't have said to me keep my opinion silent if I don't have the full story. I never said that because I'm not a person who tries to control how other people think. I don't even necessarily disagree with you that people who don't have the full story should maybe consider what they're going to say. And even if they're going to say something before they do. That's why I went way out of my damn way to say I'm going to stay within the bounds of what I know. But I don't appreciate the mindset, and this isn't a personal attack on you. You shared your opinion. Maybe I should not say anything if I don't know the full story. Just generally speaking, I don't know anybody who knows the full story. I don't even know if both sides of the conflict know the full story. They probably know their side. That's where my mind goes. My mind dives deep into what's really going on, not into having an opinion that shapes and fits my biases. So when you say that, according to your logic, I don't know if anybody, you need a full story to be able to speak. Michael, to be frank, I don't know if anybody should speak then. We should all just shut the hell up, including you. But that's not how I live my life. And while you're free to live your life and express yourself how you do, so am I. And I am way past tired of motherfuckers who think the only people that can speak are those who speak in agreement with what they already believe. I'm not like that. I don't give a damn what you think. I try to be respectful. I try to be straightforward, but I will not be imprisoned by how anybody else expects me to live life. And I don't expect anyone else to as well. So please, Michael, continue to share your opinions, but know that you have encountered someone who's going to do the same, whether you, my father, my mother, or anyone else approves or not. The only one that I would seriously take into consideration and let imprison my opinions is Jesus the Christ himself, who probably wouldn't be well pleased with how I just expressed my opinion to you. But that comment just set me off, because who the hell are you controlling as people to always be telling other people what they can and can't say, and when they can and can't say it? Now, let me get back to what the hell I was talking about. But Michael, please continue to express your opinions. I'm not you. I don't try to tell people when they can and can't speak, or when they should and shouldn't. But I'm headed home, guys. I'm gonna park. If you're familiar with my lives, I usually park in front of my house, and you guys don't know this, but I'm one of those people, and social media opened my eyes to this. I'm not alone in this. I've been like this for years. I'm one of those people, when I'm doing something, I pull up to my house, I decompress in the car before I go in. And that decompression, not in the sense that something is wrong, but just decompression that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have this thing where I rarely pull up to my house and go in the house directly. So I'm almost home. I'm gonna make sure I read your guys' comments, because I want to talk about this. I usually have different thoughts about life than most people, and this is the platform that God has blessed me to build, so I don't have to mold my thoughts around how other people feel, and again, let them be imprisoned by that. So I can share my thoughts, but I can invite you guys, you know what I mean, especially those of you who know me, to like share yours as well. So until I get home, because I can't read the comments while I'm driving, I'm going to tell you what I know about this conflict that may or may not still be ongoing, and then I'm going to get home, Lord willing, to read a few of your comments for the next 20 or 25 minutes. Again, I'm on the phone with my mother, and my mom says U.S. has joined forces with Israel, maybe, to, attack or go to war with Iran. Now, if those names are off, then correct me. I don't mind. I'm not necessarily, outside of the human aspect, I'm not necessarily one to keep up with these type of things. So knowing the history of America, and I am American through and through. I'm American, like for real American through and through. But first and foremost, I'm a Christian. But knowing the history of America is like a lot of, I'm not going to take that because I don't want to offend anybody unnecessarily. I'm just going to say what America is. But there is a demographic of people who think like this, actually, too. This is America in a nutshell, and obviously I'm generalizing because I'm America and I don't think like this. America has a history of attacking people, and I'll put it in fight terms, you know what I mean, coming up. But America has a history of attacking people in war formation, going over there, blowing up other people's men, women, and children, their homes, their cities, their schools, their environment. America has a history of doing that. And I'm telling you, even while I'm explaining this to you guys, it's infuriating me. I'm American. I just ain't no damn hypocrite. Our government, maybe I should say it like that, And some Americans agree with our government, but we are a country, in my estimation, I'm 46 years old, that's how long I've been here, my entire lifespan of knowing my country, we like to start fights, and then when people fight back, we somehow create a narrative that we're the victim. I'm going to say that again. America has a history of starting fights, and then when people fight back, somehow we're the victim. I'm 46 years old. I've seen this several times in my lifetime. It doesn't make sense to me. Now I'll put it in fighting terms. We are America. In America, I've never been globally. I've never been outside the country. But in America, I learned that if someone hits you, you hit them back. I learned that if you hit somebody, you should expect them to hit you back and defend themselves. So it's always blown my damn mind how America can engage in conflict that we as a country initiate, not we as individuals, we, because a lot of shit America do, I don't agree with worth a damn. And other Americans agree with me in not agreeing with our government and our country as a whole. But a lot of shit America engages in, to me, I look at it like, all right, cool, because this is what I told my mama verbatim. I said, this is how I feel about it. The little information she gave me. I said, just don't cry if these people fight back. So if it's true, and I'm not saying it is, obviously I'm not calling my mom a lie, and I don't think her or my friend who later mentioned the same thing made it up. If it's true that America has attacked someone or joined forces with someone to attack someone, whether we as Americans, whether America as a government or America as a whole, or whoever thinks America was justified in that, don't cry when those people fight back. If we have another 9/11, God forbid, because those people that we attacked, for whatever reason we did it, if they come over here and want they get back, then I ain't with that whiny American shit where we have a remembrance every 9/11 because our people died and we were victims. There are no victims when war is initiated. The only victims are those who maybe didn't deserve the war. It would be the same thing if people were constantly attacking America and then we fight back and then they were going back to their countries or homelands and saying, well, we've been victimized by America. You can't swing on me. You can't spit in my face. I don't give a damn if it's justified. Listen. America could attack Hitler and the Nazis themselves. I wouldn't say we were wrong for fighting back or joining in the war that tried to eliminate that type of mindset, that type of inhumanity. I wouldn't say we were wrong for it. I would say we are idiots if we didn't expect the Nazis and Hitlers to fight back. That's what I would say. And so that's what, that was my response, and that's my thing. And more so, I'll tell y'all on a personal note, this isn't an American thing for me. It's a very internally personal thing. I don't like bullies. I don't like people who have advantage and then use that advantage instead of to be a benefit to everybody. And when I say everybody, I'm not talking about Americans here. I'm talking about humanity. If America has a benefit, it should be used for global good. It shouldn't be used to bully anybody, not Americans, because they bully us. Our own government bullies us. That's why I have damn man Copwatch. It's to highlight how our country bullies us. This shit is not okay. And you can't go to other countries and bully them, and then when they come back over here and want their kickback and innocent Americans die about decisions we weren't even involved in and probably didn't agree with. Now, number one, I ain't never been over. I'm black in America. You know our history over here. We come from slavery and all that stuff. A lot of motherfuckers don't like to talk about it because your people were guilty of it. Even though you weren't there, it comes from your lineage. So you want to wipe it out of history and not talk about it. I come from that. But one thing you never going to hear me talk about is I ain't no victim. I don't get no damn right now. I'm sitting in my car in front of my house. If 1,000 people, or whatever race, creed, and culture come and attack me and whatever happens, I ain't finna be no victim. I'm finna be a fighter. If I lose and get the worst end of that stick, don't let nobody tell you I was no victim. I was a fighter, a warrior. So I don't like when big bad America attacks other people in other countries, right or wrong, because I don't know in this situation whether America's right or wrong. I don't know. It might be subjective. I just don't like when you engage in war or start a war and then other people war back, all of a sudden your ass a victim. I'm American saying this. If we just went and started war with somebody, if we engage in war with somebody, right or wrong, they might war back on our ass. And that means we might bleed like we call some of their people to bleed. In my opinion, I don't see how in the hell that makes us victims. It's war. War comes with casualties on every side. But America be like some old, some old soft ass whatever. We gonna go over here and fight like bullies, but then when they fight back, they're terrorists and we're victim. If they're terrorists when they fight back, what the hell are we when we initiate the fight? So let me calm down. That's what my past. I'll be passionate like that about everything. But let me see what y'all saying in the comment section. Oh, y'all talking to each other. I cussed Michael ass out. He might have got the hell out of here. A lot of people want to say what they want to say. I got this saying that God gave me. People loved a lot of talkative people. They love to talk until they run into somebody that'll say something back. So I don't know if Michael ran out or what, but whatever. So I'm talking about the conflict that's going on. Matter of fact, let me look it up. I ain't driving. Somebody sent me a message. That's my brother. I'm gonna get a quick AI breakdown. What conflict? Because I seen people on my Facebook saying Trump started the war. Is America involved in right now? And if you watch me, man, you've been watching me for a while and you just heard what I said, that passion, it doesn't change what I've always said. No matter how passionately I speak about something, if it's not Jesus the Christ, I'm always aware that I could be wrong. So a lot of people are intimidated by my passion. I'm not. As of March, and this is just because this is what the internet is telling me, but I'm not confused by thinking that just because the internet says this, that means the internet is right. But this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. As of March 1st, which is today, 2026, the United States is primarily engaged in a major, rapidly escalating military conflict with Iran, alongside several other active interventions and counterterrorism operations. Major active conflict, Iran, Operation Epic Fury. The U.S. and Israel launched a massive aerial offensive against Iran on February 28th, which was yesterday, which President Trump has designated a major combat operation. I'm going to tell y'all real, anything Trump escalating, I'm already anti. I'm anti-Trump 100%, but I'm open to hearing. Okay. The key status, the operation title, Operation Epic Fury, has reportedly resulted in the death of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali. I'm going to say his name wrong. That's another reason I believe that was true, because I seen all these, scrolling the internet, I seen all these reports about one of their leaders was deceased. Recent casualties. The Pentagon confirmed that 3 U.S. service members based in Kuwait were killed by Iranian retaliatory strikes on March 1st. So like I said, they already fighting back. Marking the first American fatalities of the operation. The scope. Strikes have targeted command centers, ballistic missiles, and nuclear facilities in cities like Tehran, Isfahan, and Natanz. I'm pronouncing all that wrong. Retaliation. Iran has responded by firing missiles at U.S. assets and bases in all these different cities that I'm going to pronounce wrong. And we got some other stuff going on, but that's like the one that's in the headlines right now, man. So, so what my mom and my homegirl told me wasn't necessarily wrong, man. Like, we done teamed up with Israel to war back against Iran. So, hold on, let me ask this question. Why is this happening with Iran? What is the purpose? Like, what got this here? Shout out Tim, man. Shout out Kat for dropping those links. If they are real, there are a lot of Iranian people in many countries that are celebrating. Shout out Joe Cool. I am anti all administrations. They're the same team and protective of each other. I agree. They'll war with each other and then sit down to figure out how to leave us out of not only the war but the benefit. So I'm with homie who just said that. The current conflict with Iran, known as Operation Epic Fury, was launched. I ain't ask y'all that, fam. The primary reason for the escalation included nuclear deadlock and zero enrichment demands. The immediate trigger was the failure of 3 rounds of high stakes negotiations in Muscat and Geneva throughout February 2026. The U.S. demanded zero enrichment and the transfer of all enriched uranium abroad. Iranian leaders insisted on their right to peaceful enrichment and rejected the U.S. offer of free nuclear fuel forever in exchange for dismantling their program. So basically, it sounds like, according to the internet, I'm not saying it's right, The U.S. wanted something. They offered Iran something for what they wanted, and Iran said, "No, we good." The imminent threat, President Trump cited intelligence indicating Iran was nearing nuclear weapons capability and preparing a preemptive strike against U.S. assets in the region. The U.S. and Israel aim to dismantle what they described as an existential threat and a global terror campaign. I'm going to keep it real. I damn near don't even want to read them. The U.S. pointed to years of attacks by Iranian-backed groups against U.S. forces in international shipping lanes. I don't want to read no more, man. Basically, what I'm reading is that the U.S. and Israel got like their opinion about what's going on with Iran. Maybe let's just go with the presumption that the U.S. and Israel are right? Iran over there doing something they ain't got no business doing, and in the future, it's gonna make life hard for everybody, including Trailhand, right? I don't know, man. I'm just a realist, fam. I don't want Iran planning to attack America, innocence or not, Israel, innocence or not, any other countries. I don't want Iran planning to do that, but I'm a realist. I was just having this conversation with my homegirl. How did America become the country that we are? Can we be real about American history? So America, to me, when I think about it, and you know, I would have to sit back, which I don't plan on doing because I'm going to be on for about 19 more minutes. America is just doing whatever to maintain the dominance that they don't want Iran to try to reach for. I'm American. I need details. I need context for me to be like, all right, America, that makes sense. But I don't need context or further details to know that it's hypocritical. If America can rape, slaughter, murder, all these bloody atrocities that America's founders are guilty of doing to be the country that we are right now, how do we turn and look at other countries and label them evil for attempting to do the same thing, to attain eminent dominance, to attain unquestionable dominance? Like, that's how we got here. Our forefathers did it, and foremothers did it. If we're going to label them evil for attempting to do the same thing, and that's be a world dominant power, then just tell the truth that that's who we are too. And I think that's my biggest problem with our country. We have done and do the same things that these other countries that we want war with do and are attempting to do. But in our mind's eye, because we have this self-righteous, elevated view of ourselves, we're not evil when we do it, but they are evil when they do it. So I'm American, but I can't co-sign that. Matthew says we are Babylon the Great. I kind of agree with Matthew on that right there, man. I do kind of agree with Matthew, because I haven't seen the world where, and maybe I'm blind. I'm gonna be the first to tell you guys I live under a rock, so a lot of these things, it's just like I'm speaking from a very peripheral, outside looking in place, and I make my business to say that, so I don't sound more high-minded than I may appear. But in my years, I haven't seen America being the world's foremost power force use our advantage as a benefit to everybody. I've seen America hoard that power and use it as a personal advantage, no matter who that was a detriment to, even its own citizens. So I just don't go for this idea that our government and a lot of Americans who agree with them perpetuate that, hey man, we're so powerful and righteous that we can commit the same atrocities that other people are committing, but they're the only evil ones. We're justified when we do it. So I don't know if it's a right and wrong with this America, Israel, Iran conflict. I remember the last time they were saying they had oil over there, or they had nuclear weapons or something over there. And a lot of even Americans was like, when we went to war with them, my uncle, I have family members that were part of that. I wish I could remember the name of it. You know, it was Iraq or Iran. I told you, that rock I live under. But when everything was said and done, I just know a lot of people were saying that the reason that our government and those Americans who agreed with them, the reasons they gave for going over there and attacking those people, it was BS. We really just wanted their resources. And so when I hear, you know what I mean, this idea that America and Israel, you know, think this about Iran, so this is why they started war with them. I mean, I'm just a realist, bro. I ain't gonna just believe nothing because we throw an American label on it, fam. That ain't how I give it up. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on BS, I'm gonna be the first to tell you I'm on BS. You ain't gonna need to call none of my homeboys or homegirls. You ain't gonna need to call nobody. Like, I'm gonna be the first to tell you, like, I'm on BS. And I think that's something that America, we as a collective, we lack that. We kind of whitewash our BS. And that's why I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not glad that anybody died. That's why I began this video saying my prayers and condolences are with those who have lost their lives in this conflict and their loved ones. But I am not also mad that Iran has already warred back and 3 Americans are dead, because sometimes, just like cops over here, I told y'all, if you watch my channel, it's no secret, I'm waiting on the next collective civil war. Because this same American government that has decided to team up with Israel and go over there attack Iran, for whatever reasons it's conjured up to tell itself that it makes sense. You got to keep in mind, and these blind ass back to blue and back to government Americans, y'all need to keep this in mind too. They the same ones that constantly make excuses to treat us how they treat us, why we have a damn man Copwatch and all these other government watchdogs, channels, groups, institutions. Because they literally treat us the same way they go globally and treat other people. That's our government. And they make excuses for it. The video I got coming out tonight, Johnny went to a kid's basketball game and attacked someone and waited outside to further the attack. Then his colleagues were called to the scene of the criminal activity and they let his ass go home. They out there in Texas. He said, while I'm making this video at 7:06 in Miami, Florida, 77 degrees in my car because I got the air on, he's criminally attacked people up there in Texas at a kid's basketball game, and yet his ass is at home right now getting paid to sit there, and it's because he's a domestic terrorist ass cop. I be wanting people to use their damn brains. You co-signing these lies they may be telling about Iran, just put them in context with how they treat us and the lies they tell to make that okay. That shit crazy to me. I don't be understanding why people don't be like, yo, let me think about this. All they gotta do is snap a damn police badge on it, slap a police car on it, slap a damn clown ass police uniform on it, slap a damn American and Israeli skin. I don't know nothing about Israel. I'm gonna be the first to tell you. Slap a damn American and Israeli explanation on it. Now it's okay for us to be over there killing. Listen, fam, if I'm Iran, ain't no damn American explanation gonna justify you killing my wife or my son. I don't get no damn what you talking about. If you can fight and murder people to be men, women, and children, to be the global dominant force in the world, what the fuck make you think I can't? And you think me fighting to do that is going to calm me down when you done came over and killed my wife, my husband, my kids? Bitch, it's war. I didn't start this. If your kids and wife and shit die in the process, you gotta go look yourself in the mirror. This ain't nothing I wanted. I just wanted to come over here and do what the hell I'm doing. It's war. And that don't mean I'm cheering for Iran or Israel or America. I'm cheering for common damn sense. Did America think, and I know those soldiers signed up, and that's, what you sign up for, but do America really sit back and think we about to send our own men, women, yes, some of those people, men and women, are children, even though they're young men and women. We about to send them over here to die for these lies we telling people? I don't know, bro. Let me read some of these comments, man. Shout out Cap holding me down. Cat always hold me down. And mind you guys, I want to say this, because I don't know how many people watching. The view count is going up and down on my end. I got about 12 more minutes I'm gonna be on here. I'm simply sharing my very limited perspective and opinion. If you were on camera, you heard me read. My mom first told me about this American-Israel-Iran conflict. Then my homegirl mentioned it. I've seen a few things online, and I just on this live right here read what the internet had to say about it, acknowledging that just because the internet is saying it, it's an American-controlled internet, probably. The information I'm getting anyway. So it's going to spin it probably with an American spin on it. I'm acknowledging that may not be correct, and then I'm coming and giving my opinion from that, and also from my 46 years of experience as an American and seeing how America operates as a government and as citizens who back their government, which I absolutely am not. I back certain aspects of our government, but I'm gonna be real with you, and how it relates to people in humane ways, I'm probably the most anti-American person you're gonna ever meet. But unless we're talking about Jesus the Christ and his lordship, I don't give a damn what my opinion is. Nobody probably is more fully aware than me that I could be wrong. It's just an opinion, guys. If I get new information that makes me shift my opinion, I'll be the first one to do it. So if you're listening to my voice, don't think and this is why I don't listen to a lot of people. They won't make this clear. They just talk like what they're saying is law and order, and it's spoken from the mouth of God himself. I'm simply sharing my opinion. I'm under no delusions that because words are coming out of my mouth that makes those words God of all. It's just I'm a man who has opinions. That's it. I have to drive that home because I consume content too, and I see so many content creators like I'm talking, so what I'm saying is right. No, Negro, you just talking. The fuck is wrong with you? You just talking like me. What is wrong with you, man? Cat, who did I miss? If you're new here, shout out Eyes. Please know Cat is like my second soul, man. She know I be rambling and stuff, so Cat will tell y'all like, hey, for me and stuff, because I be missing it. Survive, what's up? It's power and dominance, plain simple. Why aren't we liberating Russia, North Korea, etc.? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And these are the type of people I like, because I'm just speaking from limited ignorance, and then you'll have people like this to come on to ask questions that make sense. And I don't know the answer to those questions, but I kind of get the spirit of what this young man and young lady is asking. I'll read it again. It's power, all caps, and dominance, plain simple. Why aren't we liberating Russia, North Korea, and etc.? I mean, I think because I understand the spirit of what that person is saying, I think I understand. But yeah, man, I won't make myself look like a fool trying to elaborate, but I think I get it. But feel free to elaborate in the comments, and I'll read it too. Because they don't have nukes, Iran don't, which they never had. Matthew says, we are the only nation in the world who has ever used a nuclear bomb against another nation, yet we claim to be the righteous peacemakers. Ooh, wait. Is Matthew who I had to curse out earlier? I ain't had to, but I did. If so, man, shout out to you for not getting in your damn feelings, man. We just talking. What I said was absolutely available to be interpreted as disrespect, but it really was just me being frank. So if that's you, because a lot of people don't do that, they get in their damn feelings. Like, you shared your opinion, I share mine, we can keep it moving. And if that's you, shout out to you for being that mature. But I didn't know that. You just educated me, Matthew. I didn't know. I'm quite sure I was familiar with the fact that we haven't used nuclear weapons before, but I didn't know that we the only nation in the world who has ever used a nuclear bomb against another people. And that just solidifies my very limited and ignorant perspective. Why in the hell do we paint ourselves righteous and okay to do the very things that we go to other countries globally and murder innocent, not just men, women, and children, but innocent men, women, and children? They try to do what we've already done, and they're terrorists and they're evil, but somehow we the righteous. I don't want to be that part of America, guys. I'm not that America. I'm American. Don't get it twisted. I ain't never man. I'm like this. Shout out Iran. Shout out all these countries, because there's a billion of them I can't remember. I'm like that, man. It's love, bro. When we go to state, I'm black. We go to hood to hood. It's like, nah, I'm from Georgia, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, for sure. So I'm a Georgia boy. But man, shout out Texas, man. Shout out California. Shout out New York. Shout out Philly. Shout out Detroit. Shout out. It's love. We want you to know it's love, bro. Ain't no pressure, for sure, for sure. If ain't no pressure, ain't no pressure. So I feel that way about the countries globally, man. Y'all rep your country, man. It's all love. I'm American. I rep America. I just ain't that America who thinks we can go out here and terrorize people just like America terrorizes its own citizens and somehow paint ourselves as the heroes and then the victims when people fight back. I never want to be that kind of America. That's BS to me. You warring with people, they probably gonna war back. We all human. I don't give a damn what state you from, city you from, country you from. You murder a woman's husband, she might want to do something back to your people, you or your people. You murder children's father, they might want to do something back to you and your people. That's just common damn sense. America has this idea that we can do what the hell ever we want to. I can't stand that shit, fam. I'm just being honest with you. We can do whatever we want to everybody else, but if they fight back and our people suffer because of that, we victims. I don't do none of that victim shit, fam. I don't do the victim stuff. War is war. I don't know what I said sound like stalking, but shout out to that. Oh, that was Michael? Okay, see, that's Cat. So Michael probably got out of here. He got in his feelings when I told his ass get the hell on. 86 girls in the school. What that mean, big dog? What? Please don't tell me we done kill 86 girls in the school. No other country is allowed to have mass destruction. That's Michael. Oh, let me see some Cat. Cat said, well, she deleted that comment, I think. So if that's man, one of y'all said something earlier and I said what I wanted to feel, man. I said how I feel. So if you're a person that said it and you still here, shout out to you. Like I say, People always my neighbor guys. People always have something to say till they run into somebody that'll say something back. That's just what it is. He ain't trying to talk to me. So somebody said something to me earlier. I said something back. I know most people have getting their feelings. But yeah, no other country is allowed to have weapons of mass destruction. And I get what the homie's saying. I think that's a gentleman. Let me see. Yeah, his name is Mitchell. According to America, and that's the government, not like us. According to America's logic, we the only ones that can have weapons of mass destruction. Again, I'm just a realist, guys, and it gets me in trouble in so many different spaces in my life. I like that word. What was that, Mitchell? I agree with Kat. Too many M's in the chat. We getting confused, y'all. Allowed. No one else is allowed, and that's the spirit of America. Not America, all of us, but America, the one I never want to be a part of. Our spirit is we tell everybody else what they're allowed to do, and you know it's true because that's how our government treats us. Our government treats us just like they treat global people. We will tell you what you're allowed to and not allowed to do, and we've been like that from the beginning. That was the spirit of our ancestors, our forefathers. And when I say our forefathers, trust me, I ain't aligning myself with them motherfuckers. I'm saying the people who planted the seeds of what our country is now, and still is, in unfortunate and despicable ways. They had the idea and the mindset that we're going to tell everybody else what they can and can't do, and we're going to do what the hell ever we want to. And that's where you get words like Mitchell said, nobody else is allowed to. I highly seriously doubt that's how Mitchell feels, but he's speaking to the spirit of the despicable America. We can tell everybody, including our own citizens, what they're allowed to and not allowed to do. And I'm just the type of human created in God's image that, man, ain't no motherfucking way in hell you gonna tell me, like, I know God. I ain't saying I'm looking at him, looking up at the sky, but I am looking at a representation of his vast authority and dominant omniscience, omnipotence in his creation. When I look up at the sky, your ass ain't made no sky. I ain't never seen no sky that America made. Have any of you? I ain't seen no real cloud that America made. I ain't seen no real heaven and earth that America made. I ain't seen no real tree that America made. I ain't seen no real human that America made. If you ain't on that level of godness, what the fuck is wrong with you to make you think you could tell other human beings that God created in his image what they are and aren't allowed to do? And that's how we get into these situations, in my opinion, which I'm willing to withdraw if more information presents itself that makes more sense. That's how America, as a hypocritical, self-righteous country, gets into these situations where we're going globally and murdering other people's men, women, and children that they love. Then they come back and murder our people, and we call them terrorists. Them motherfuckers ain't no terrorists. They're actually warriors. They're heroes. When you attack people, they're supposed to stand up for themselves. That's even an American precept. The coward thing to do would be let anybody attack you and just stand down. Let somebody murder your husband, wife, children, and just stand down. That's the coward thing to do. And that's what America wants. America wants everyone to be coward. So if you refuse to be a coward, America gonna label you a terrorist. But who's a real terrorist? The people that terrorize their own citizens and other human beings created in God's image globally are the people who are terrorized and decide we're going to stand up to it. So that's what I had in mind when my mama told me about this Iranian conflict. My mama tell you if she could remember. She was on the phone. I talked to her today. She told me about it. I said, babe, that's the first thing I ever heard about this. You don't know me. I'm Trailhead Bill, reporting live from South Florida. I don't be knowing what the hell going on in the world. I don't live that life. I stay out the way. So when she told me, I said, Mama, this is the first time I heard about this. She kind of asked me what my thoughts were and how she did that. And I told her, I said, I said, I don't want nothing to do with it. Because I know my thoughts always be so separated from how most people I'm around think. I said, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's how I kind of ducked the conversation. But then I told her and I told my homegirl later, as Americans, you know, right now, if they come over here fighting back, Iran, and Trailhand Bill die, I ran. I ain't had a damn thing to do with that. But I was born in this country that attacked your people. So don't let nobody lie to you and tell you if Iran bombed Miami right now and Trailhand died. Don't let nobody lie to you and tell you Trailhand was a victim of Iranian terrorists. No, If anything, if I am a victim, which I don't believe in victimhood in that fashion, but if I'm a victim of anything, if I should die right now by the hands of Iranian warring back, I would be a victim of America's bullshit. Not Iran. They supposed to fight back. If somebody do something to us right now, guess what we gonna do? We gonna fight back. But I guarantee you, America ain't gonna say that makes us terrorists. But for some reason, when other people fight back, when we attack them or engage in war with them, they're terrorists. I don't do bullshit, fam. I'm 46 years old. I'm grown as hell, boy. I was 15. I ain't do bullshit. It's 30 years later. I ain't finna start right now. No matter who's right, no matter who's wrong, I'm gonna tell the truth. That's just what it is with me. I don't do that. Yeah, that sums it up. We get to, they don't. And Mitchell says absolutely the biggest bully ever. Man, I ain't going for that shit, fam. But anyway. It's 7:20. I said I was gonna get off of here in 30 minutes. So I will say, man, I'm about to go in the house. Lord willing, I'm gonna take a shower. And I'm going to pray for everybody involved in this new conflict. And I know there are other conflicts out there and people are losing. Human life is being lost. I get it, right? And I'm not saying that this new conflict is in any way superior to the conflicts that are already ongoing. I'm not saying that the new lives that are in danger and lost are any way more substantial than the lives that have already been lost. Or maybe I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this right here. Human life matters. And there's no context that you could put on it. Be it country, be it gender, be it racial, be it socioeconomic, being ability or disability. There's no context that you could put on human life. And the reason I believe this is because I'm a Christian. And I always tell you guys, you can change my mind about damn near anything but Jesus Christ, the Lord. And Jesus Christ, the Lord, creator of heaven and earth, creator of all mankind, he says this: we all are equal at the foot of his cross. There's no life that is more worthy or substantial than any other. We were all 100% of us created in the image of God. And that is my contention with all humanity. There are so many of us that forget that. You think because that's your countrymen, you think that's because you have a racial alignment with this person. You think because you have a gender alignment with this person. You think because that's your father. You think because that's your daughter. You think because this, that. Y'all work at the same job. Y'all root for the same sports team. That means this person's life is more substantial or worthy than someone on the other side of your coin. That just isn't true. And that's my fight. Every platform I've ever created. When I talk about the police, y'all go over here. I just created a platform called the Listening Room. I got other platforms I ain't gonna tell y'all the name of. That's no matter. I approach different conversations in different contexts. But all I'm ever saying is all of us need to remember that every life, every human being that we see is as important as whatever human being we consider the most important. If not to us, to somebody. And even more importantly, to the most important somebody, which is God himself. He gave us life. He gave us humanity. And therefore, he sets the tone and the rules for that. And his tone and his rules is that we are all equal. And we all need to remember that. And too often, for whatever reason, too many of us forget it. So when you hear Trailhand, you see Trailhand, whether I'm cutting up, whether I'm talking about police, if you find one of my other platforms and you know what I'm saying, you see, oh, that's homie. I guarantee you that's my bottom line message. That's the moral. Just remember that every person you look at is as human as you, and their life and their well-being is as important as whoever life and well-being you consider the most important. That's the moral of all my stories. You see what I'm saying? And my heart breaks for those 3 American lives that were lost. My heart breaks for whatever Iranian lives were lost. My heart breaks for George Floyd. My heart breaks for third world country children that I've never heard of, never know their name. My heart breaks for humanity. But as long as we're alive, we have a chance to love each other well, and I think we should. Clay, what up, big dog? I love when people express their thoughts. We need more free, logical thinkers. It's always a good conversation. I was at a dating event last night, and that's what we were doing. We were thinking free and logical. It happens once a month, and I was telling my homegirl I'm very grateful for that dating event because that's what we do. And I agree with Clay, man. We need to be able to have more conversations where people can just express their thoughts without it turning into uncontrollable conflict. And, you know, that's what I'm always trying to do with my platforms. Share Devil, what's up, big dog? I'm about to get out of here. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Praise God for life. Praise God for other people that He's given us to share it with. And shout out to Kat for always holding me down, man. You guys have a great night. Prayerfully, you have a great Monday. Get in the gym if you can. Eat healthy. Love somebody. And if you got like a single woman, man, and she's a Christian, and you know what I mean, tell her come and watch my videos. I'm looking for my wife. I'm out, man.